right? So what is this? Well, this what of course, right? Left off here. I was I was I was reading this. First published in 2005, it sold 5 million copies, right? Who knew? 5 million copies in North America. Whoa. In 2008, it was selected for this Bachelor's Club and featured in a series of 10 weekly webinars. Is 1001 ways to just smash it into you. Who knew? All through the light and your worship of it. Wow, no, no, no. It's because this bash says so many things that just bash me and make me open and expand myself to the penetration. Just allow it to just go into you nice, and you might even you'll exactly you're abused to thinking that you like it. Whoa. Whoa, amazing. All because it's some fresh, breath of fresh air, apparently, of rehashed, cooked up, mysteries. So it's just further pushing you into the mystery of, whoa, and you're like, wow, I'm just in the power of now, and we are the light, and we are the change, and all this bash. And you certainly just bring a new earth into your bash, astral planes, and then there you bring it on to earth and all this bash. Or somehow you're just relentlessly in and out and just relentlessly living, and having past lives and multiple lives and this reincarnated into whatever past. If you're wicked, apparently they believe, you come as grass. No. Wow, who knew grass is amazing? Who knew? What's a root? You don't know, but wow, it's somehow plant, part of a plant, a part of, the whatever bash, you boast in it. You love it because you boast in it. That's how it works. You have to boast in it to just say, "Whoa, I knew all these things," or "Man knows all these things," and therefore he just crushes man with it somehow. Wow, what a shame! Exactly, you deny the wisdom of the Father, all for your bash version of webinars and self-help to the exponential power of who knows what. As long as just, no more than 33 because that's where the sun is and this and that and this and this. Wow, bashed. Toll asserts that everyone can find the freedom and joy of life if they live in the present moment. Okay, this is the premise of deception. They're like, wow, you get to live in relentless happiness, fulfillment, if you just live in the present moment. Whoa, who knew that's a counterfeit, right? For truly life brings forth life, right? So what are you even doing? You're just saying, oh, the present somehow it's just amazing. And I have to just be so grateful for it and just keep bashing. Right? Who knew it's delirium that you're, experiencing, not union, not peace, right? Not love, certainly, right? Just bash fractals of some bash love that you say you have in different degrees and this and that, and then you can say who you don't love and who you love and this and that, right? Because it couldn't be about, well, no, no, there's no wisdom in loving your enemy. Oh no, zero, blah blah blah. There's zero wisdom in forgiving. No, no, no. But surely all these things you have flipped, you've inverted, so that somehow they bring some sense of freedom and joy to your life. So first of all, you don't even know what freedom is. Somehow you're just scared of not being able to do whatever you want in what you think is a free society, or you're just sovereign and you can do whatever you want. No. You're told that you can do whatever you all want as long as it's in the alignment of the little teeny things that are written down and dispatched, and then enforced by people in costumes. And then you relentlessly pay and are beat down and just detained and delayed and just fined and refined and just put in some box and said, you're bad. And then this and that. And then just steal life relentlessly, left, right, and center. And apparently, all these people go into prison or through correctional facilities or well, they come up supposed better criminals, right? Or this or the other, right? Or in name only rehash recreations of themselves that they learned, in prison or that they had to, right? They're splitteth even more. Wow, who knew just splitting is the fractal of your worship, right? So who knew that in our version of correction and you know, uh, punishment, against supposed crime violations. Who knew that's just all past relative, right? And you say, no, it's the founding fathers and this and that. They had a vision. Yeah, they had a vision to create a bash where you would come to believe that you would come to believe this. That, wow, yeah, you're right. I truly could come to just free myself and just relentlessly fill myself with joy. All because I now realize what living in the moment is. Wow. No, it's because you're constantly mocking life and calling it the present, calling it the power of now, calling it the power of attraction, this, the other, bash, nothing. You negate it. Life brings forth life. Wow, who knew? And wow, life, the true promise. Life everlasting with the Father who knew. No, it couldn't be. No. You're like, why would I then have to live all this bash? So you would see, right? It's the resolve in ridding doubt forever. And you're like, whoa, why? What? You don't even know because in your doubt, bash self awareness, you're a king. You are king, and your bash, say you're riding the ego and relentlessly cutting that wave with the ego and just smashing, hitting home runs of desire rockets and this with baby, who knows, team, space, nothing. Right? Well, the book describes human dysfunction, selfishness, anxiety, and the humanity we inflict on one another, as well as mankind's failed attempts to find life, meaning, and purpose through material possessions and unhealthy relationships. Right? Wow, what a way to sum it up. Unhealthy relationships. You mean all that just tie you to the greatest ship ever built and then sunk you with it? Yeah, that ship. And how you believe yourself to be that. Wow, what a shame. So yeah, who knew it just conquered? It just states the obvious. Wow, who knew there's human dysfunction, there's human selfishness, but you call all the conditions of man. And anxiety and stress are actually good in evolution, so yeah, stop crying, right? And all this. And humanity, well, that's how the fit just kept on going because they slaughtered just relentlessly in the name of survival. What a shame. See, I mean, this is only uh believed if there's already our bashhood there. Of course. It's the next phase. It's the upgrade, right? It's the upgrade. Man's upgrade. Fed to you by, you know, oh, there's a, oh, I got notification for an update. Okay, I better go and just bash it into me. Great, amazing. And all while you're just proving yourself right in the bash false premised self-fulfilling prophecy that you boast in. Whoa. Because you've negated the spirit of all prophecy. Yes, you have. So now you have to go read synopsis and just go, oh, it's just book good. Maybe I'll just read it. Maybe it just help me. Wow, because I'm just bashed. I have an illusory sense of self. Of course, I couldn't talk about the ego and its vices, right? Because it's the ego, man. It's just the ego. Some people call it Satan, but who knew it was just the ego, man? You can totally surpass it and just conquer it and be the elephant that rides the crow And the crow that swims deep with the ninja whales, and who knew, just regurgitates itself into creation, and all of a sudden now it's a mouse. Amazing, right? And that's what you believe. So who knew that you're just bashing, you're a tumbleweed, just bashing in the vices, getting shanked relentlessly by your illusory sense of self. Bash in the third eye. Who knew? Whoa, whoa, whoa. The dreamer. What? Toll makes many distinctions between knowing yourself and knowing about yourself, between the dreamer and the dream, right? The observer and that which what is outside observation. What are you talking about? See, between the objects of consciousness and the space of consciousness, right? So just giving you bash, right? Is it this or is it that? Whoa, who knew? Is it this or that? Between outer space, right? The relentless in and out, and the macro and the micro, and it's just fractals of fractals because you believe it. Amazing. And it just coincides with all the multiverses and geometry that just bashes everywhere. Amazing, right? But who knew that's exactly right? That's all the imagery that you have come to be bashed with, and therefore you dream in it, right? For the clarity of the vision of the image that you're in is somehow just blurry to you, just not even there. It's just like, what? No, life is me getting up at 7 and going to work and smashing to put food on the table. Because this, and that. Exactly. So you've fabricated a whole character and chapters. So that your memory just bashes you through your vices, and then all of a sudden, wow, who knew? Illusory sense of self, and you just keep pushing it. All to flowering of human consciousness, right? That's what you boast. So who knew that you hide behind relentless names? All while, exactly, you remain void, unfulfilled, always searching but never finding. Who knew? All because you just bash in this whirlwind of the shanking, of bloodbath, of trawling, your bashness, right? A new earth, right? A mockery of the wisdom. I mean, because truly, you laugh and you scoff. Who knew? Right, new earth. See, I will create new Isaiah. Right, Isaiah 65, whatever, and read it for yourself. I'm just reading this, and maybe read some further. Of course, a new earth. Look, I am creating new heavens and a new earth, and no one will even think about the old ones anymore. Oh, sing unto Jehovah a new song. Sing unto Jehovah all the earth. Sing to Jehovah a new song. Wow. So what song are you constantly bashing that just bashes you? So isn't it, I mean, a new song? What is the word that you are humming? What is it that you speaketh, if not truth, right? And we're always saying, oh, well, we're just all doing our best. You can't just be truthful. Sometimes it just hurts and this and that. Exactly, lost. Lost. But all boasting that you're in this, it's the journey, man. Just enjoy the journey, bro. Wherever it goes, it just meanders, and everybody can just meander. But somehow boasting, saying how it's just one world and just we're creating a new earth. You can bring yourself to be relentlessly happy and just full of joy. All if you just live in the present. Wow. Right? I mean, exactly. In chapter 7, 8, and 9, inner space, inner purpose, and who you truly are, Toll makes many distinctions between no blah again. In chapter 10, A New Earth, Toll gives his readers suggestions for implementation of his ideas in their personal life, but cautions them by saying, you are still an ordinary man. What is extraordinary is what comes through you into this world, right? Based on what worship? Oh, themselves and their self bettering and their boasting and they're just bashing the light and just getting better somehow. No, you're being pipered into the abyss. Who knew? Who knew? All with bash, right? Because look around. Surely the witches are now, open in the open, and they're sorcering you and defiling, getting you fodder for the slaughter, for the call that they're relentlessly leading you astray with. Oh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy. All of a sudden, guillotine. And who knew that's another soul won for Satan? Oprah's book club, this, Barnes and Noble. Yeah, of course. In addition, a Journalist for Success magazine wrote in August that some readers reported having a difficult time understanding and incorporating Toll's message into their lives. Wow, they truly got what they paid for. Just further confusion. All while this guy's boasted, right, in shows like this and in webinars as somehow just being so illuminated. So somehow people just read it and they're like, some readers, right? But why did they have to put this? Just some readers. Why not say most readers, right? Reported that this changed their life. But no, they have to say, some say, right? Out of all the ones that bought the book and read it, only some reported back and said, we didn't like it. And the other ones, who knows? Maybe it helped them somehow, maybe it didn't, but they didn't say anything. Amazing. Some Christian readers have criticized the book, saying that it states that a person can control their own destiny rather than God necessarily doing so. No, this is also a false sentence. Look, who knew that there's resolve in the Creator's creation? Who knew? But the living, what? Is life brings forth life. So living, wow. So in the living, right? Wow. You are the one doing the defilement. You are the one slaying. You are the one in relentless agony by your own hand. All in your denial, right? Because it's your choice. And so somehow it says, oh, God controls your destiny. No. Who knew that He loves you and therefore love unconditional, right? So He knows that in your doubt, in your doubt, self awareness, you will relentlessly do everything you can to just make it your way. Make your way through doubt because you fear God. So you're running, hiding. You feel alone. So you go out there and bash, and then the light says, "Yay, believe in me, and I will give you everything you want, and this and this." So who knew that you go out and just smash it and just rehash and Lego build your life into some masterpiece, right? That you say you boast in. You can't wait to boast in it. But who knew even all that has left you just defiled? So who knew that even what this bash has to say would even be guzzled? Who knew? Exactly, pushed, and they know how to do it. It's bastering, temperature checking. Who knew? But no, 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 no. Right? No, exactly. You're just under ritual abuse somehow, and you love it. You love it because it's just alleged. Uh, it's just alleged sexual abuse, supposedly right committed as part of satanic rituals, right? Oh, it's nothing, right? And that's why you say, "Oh, this amazing," right? But who knew that it's being cooked up, right? Your history's being bashed into you, right? Right before your eyes, right? So it's being cooked up right in front of you, exactly because your spirit is being cooked. You're relentlessly going and just bashing the life out of you. Why? And you say, well, it's just that I didn't know any better, so that's why knowledge is power. So I need more relentless schools and education centers. I want to be re-educated, right? Oh, but no, these are lies, right? They say these are lies. Oh, so fine, go believe some other past pseudo lie and boast in it, right? So all you've done is now just proving some other bash correct. Even though it's a false, it's based on a false premise because the whole point is so that you feel that you're in control. So even in bash saying like, oh, the reception, right? Oh, some Christian readers have criticized the book, saying that a person can control their lives rather than God. No, who knew that there's no such thing as control, self control, and this is no. It's abandonment, recognizing that man's ways are folly, man's belief, man's wisdom is bash. The only wisdom cometh from the Father. Well, the one authority, the one lawgiver, right? So what are we abiding in, obeying to, right? What are we doing? Oh no, I just gotta make sure I do this in time and pay this and that and that and this and this and that and that and file this and file that and then get my past rewards, deductions, this and that. Who knew it's just amazing, and then I can increase my post and this and that. There's relentlessly splatter my accounts and this bash, bash, bash. Create all sorts of loopholes, and then bash my savings just go skyrocketing. Wow, who knew? So that's the bash, right? That you live in and you love, and anything to just make you boast and how you can just relentlessly tweak it, right? To better yourself, how somehow just a little more better. Oh, somehow humanity has to play catch up, right? To all these other bashes that are just boasting in the light, right? We have to go on just steroid mode and just guzzle it all down faster. Wow, what a shame. No, no. There is nothing new on earth. What exists now is what will be, and what has been done is what will be done. There is nothing truly new on earth. As novelty, right? Because life brings life forth on earth. And truly, the Holy Spirit is the only thing that reneweth in the flesh, in the living, to endure the flesh. Not to boast in it and then just go smash, right? And say, wow, let's create a new earth. Right? What this guy Bash is saying, no, man does not create a new earth. For that's been the that's been the lie the whole time whenever people have just been slaughtered relentlessly. Right? Because everybody thinks that they're creating a new Bash, right? A new way. No, who knew that's the lie? That's the rebel. That's the defier, right? Of the way. All to just go out and bash in their way. In their third bashhood. No, you invent new crimes on earth. Exactly. New ways to just go out and kill one another. Just relentlessly. Well, and then you're just, you know, perplexed. So, wow, why is it so bad? And then you say, oh, it's because it's the hidden hands and the secret governments and this and that and that. And wow. Of course, to you it's just split into categories in infinite ways that you will not come to even understand, right? And you just have to hope for the best and hope that the people that are out there trying to bring this apparent truth to you, you just hope that they're not lying to you more, right? That's you hope. That's your hope. Right? Wow, no. Who knew that it's all grinding you? Where's the cup? Where's the cup? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Cup, cup there. Chase that child. Wow. Relentless wormholes and dragons, right? All because you denied the wisdom of the Father. Wow. No, exactly. You had to make your way. And you boast in it. You're like, that's right. My way. And you boast. Who knew? But I'm sure this bash tells you all about how to just overcome the ego, right? Because you say, "Oh yeah, I boast," but that's just the ego. You can come to just sit and be, breathe in and out, huff and puff, and just be still and just bash and just fill yourself with love and light and this. And know that the accepted things you can change and bash this, yeah, bash, and then just go and smash. Wow, exactly, because you continuously believe in change, that you're becoming, that you're in a relentless state of becoming. No, you're living, you're relentlessly living. Whoa, you're alive, but you see yourself as dead somehow, that somehow just has to crank itself into life. Whoa, exactly. You've been sniped all by sin. Who knew? And you say sin, it's just time and this, blah, the serpent, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. You should just have a relentless justification to keep just swarming and then meandering even more, but boasting and saying, yep, this bash is wrong. None of it, no wisdom, zero. It's just a bunch of men that just wanted to relentlessly kick women and children in the face and relentlessly abort them. Whoa. Whoa. Exactly. All things to just keep you from seeking the wisdom of the Father in the refuge of truth. Right? And what does that mean? Oh, it means abandoning the ways of the world, the false promise, walking the way, right? Abandoning the commandments, the ordinance of life. You say, no, I won't, because what about me? What about the things I want? And then you cry, blah blah blah. And you're like, no, why do I have to? Why do I have to do that? Well, who knew that you want to do anything but what brings peace? You want to do everything but that which filleth and reneweth, right? But you deny it. You deny it all. Deny, 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 deny. Boasting how you're right about why you deny, 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 and then it just touchdown, relentless touchdown. And you say, "Well, no, it's just logic of this." Whoa, who knew that all what you're saying is just the bash that you use to keep smashing yourself with, right? And you say, "Oh yeah, these guys were just the Jesuits, and look at all the horrendous murders that has happened. Clearly, it's just a way to oppress." Well, exactly, because who knew that they created it to be perceived that way, right? Because were they actually going out there and spreading the word of God? Wow, who knew? No, they're spreading some bash image, some vision of some new earth, right? Based on what worship? The society of Jesus. Wow. For isn't it this, right? Because then I saw a new heaven and new earth, for the first heaven and earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So even if you say, "Well, that's just that's the false promise because who knew that you're never even gonna believe? It's just your blind faith and this, that, that, the other, da, blah, 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 blah." Right? Why? All so that you can keep boasting about how you're right and smashing your own version of a new earth. Right? Relentless mocking and just boasting how you're just smashing and just smashing. Set up the road markers, establish the signposts, keep the highway in mind, the road you have traveled. Return, O Virgin Israel, return to these cities of yours. How long will you wander, O faithless daughter? For the Lord has created a new thing in the land. A woman will surround a man. This is what the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, says: When I restore them from captivity, they will once again speak this word in the land of Judah and in the cities. May the Lord bless you, O righteous dwelleth place, O holy mountain. You're like, no, that's just, there's zero wisdom with that. It's just talk bashing down women, bash, 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 bash. You couldn't wait. And you're just like, well, no, the proof is what they've done. Yeah, who knew that in name only, some bash people called the Society of Jesus, right? The Jesuits somehow were just cooking up. This they were paving the way, right, to space. That they were truly inspired by the bash light, right? And then you bash, right, the word of God, all because somebody went out there and bashed it something because they were costume method acting some passion too, and just who knew? Who knew it would be used against you exactly in the flesh, exactly all by your own hand. So what did they do? Just slaughtered, wow, who? The followers of Christ and anything that just stood in the way. And then now just bring about a new world that would be just bash into just bashing and believe whatever that was said about it and this, and then all work into one common goal of bashing through the sun. Wow, amazing. And you're like, no, we don't want to bash through the sun. We want to go to Mars. Wow, same thing. You're bashed. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. All because you want to create a new earth. Oh, let's just leave the old and create something new. The old, right? You call the wisdom of the Father old. No, it's timeless. Who knew? Who knew? And who knew the word, right? You don't know. You're like, well, I don't know. And the word is whatever I say. Wow. And you say the word is a bird. The bird is a word, and you mock in that. And wow, wow, wow. For truly, what is the word? For that is the timeless thing, the wisdom of the word of God. It has resolve. Do you see it? So what is it that you boast in, right? What are you boasting? For truly there is nothing to share, for those that you supposedly say you love. But the wisdom of the Creator, right? To endure life together, brothers and sisters, right? Men and women who knew, right? And then the multiplying. The children, wow, who knew? Amazing. No, but to you it's just like, oh, just it's just fine. I'll become a parent now, I guess. Or this. Finally, I just got worn out in this, and I'm ready to sell all this, and that. Or oh damn it, I didn't expect this. I didn't plan for this, but oh, I feel guilty for it. I'll just have it and give it a good home, like a little puppy. Exactly. You have no clue. What is it? You're like, no, I won't even have kids because I don't even have the desire to, and that's fine. That's fine. Exactly. Clueless. Or there's, oh, I want to have relentless babies because, oh, blah, blah, I feel motherhood. I love it. Right. What does that even mean? What is it? Exactly. Because you're cooking them just the same. Bashed. And who knew every generation has been getting worse in the sense of you cry stop, 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 but it doesn't stop. And it's just gotten more obvious of how that is the case. So it's just relentless violation, right? Relentless violation. But you're saying, yeah, relentless rape and this, and it's the rape culture, and it's relentless abuse of this, and repression, victimhood, 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 right? Because the only thing you are actually doing is rejecting the one thing that bringeth peace, right? Acknowledgement of the true promise, right? Union with Father, with the Creator, giving the Father all your worship. For truly, what else are you giving your worship to? Right? Because if there's the love of the ways of the world that you relentlessly boasting and dishing out left and right and center and up and down, who knows? No, because it turneth on you on a dime. And just because you say, "Oh no, I love somebody and they love me back," and it's unbreakable. Wow, right? Because truly you worship each other, right? Is that the case? Or because you're relentlessly in the power of now, right? Well, just tickled. You're just relentlessly tickled in some bash euphoria. Asking the person technically to stop, but they won't. And somehow they're like, why don't you like it? Ah, they're laughing. Ah, and you're like, no, stop, stop. It's just bash. But somehow you keep that trust just somehow there, and you're just like, well, okay, well, just next time, don't, it's just, okay, just listen to me. Exactly, you're wanting always to be listened. Somebody to just care, right? Somebody to just give you the time of day. Wow, what a shame. What a shame. What creating some bash new world, new earth, a new earth. Just a mockery of you. And how you think you're bash, creating some bash life for yourself. All in boasting that you know what life is, right? And you know what religion is, and you know what the history of those who were religious, and that's why you hate it. And you say, well, that's why I got to cherry pick because all religions somehow just were describing the bash simplicity of it. They were trying to explain a phenomenon that they didn't know, and bash, 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 bash. Right. So who knew that you worship some bash people that apparently didn't know bash anything? And apparently by your own effort and just determination, you became to know what it was. Wow. Right? Everything has to engage and know in what it is and what it does to live. So what are you talking about? Right? Everything is in perfect order, in perfect ordinance in its execution of what you see as what brings forth relentlessly. Wow. But no, somehow you call it, oh, just some life, and it's just somehow an evolution process, just self-sustaining. Self-sustainable, that's how I want to be self-sustainable. I just sustain myself relentlessly. Wow. No. You're abusing life. Who knew? So you're just pitted there. You're pitted against one another, right? This came up right modern times, even though apparently 500 years ago, right? That was the science, right? Everybody knew that th- the Earth was this, but that man boasted that they knew what it was, right? Because surely they were living, right? But why they were cooking up something, and who knew that now it was changed, and now they believe this now. Some other thing, right? They believe in some other thing, and now it's just shape shifting, and now you're gonna believe some other bash. So this uncertainty and just uncertainty is just bashing you, all the while you're denying the certainty of truth. Well, you deny it. You're like, no, it's all just relative and partial individualism and this and that, blah, 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 blah. All while boasting collectivism and blah, 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 altruism, blah, 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 humanitarianism, blah, blah. All these bash words that you hide behind and just boast in them. Nothing. All because, exactly, you're just under a ritual abuse. So you bought this and then you say, well, good read. Somehow I can somehow implement it to my life, somehow make it better. Just rehash and cook and brain cook myself and call it a new life. I bash created a new life. It's a new earth, everyone. Whoa. No, you don't do anything. And what are we all looking for, right? We're all just bash looking for something. We're all, what do you want? Everybody want, but they're told no, you can't have something. I want even more. And just pit it once to one of the other, this and that. And you're just referenced and you're just synopsis and given some bash overview. And you're like, okay, now go out there and be somebody. Amazing. All while denying, I mean, the wisdom. Because surely you might decide to read the Bible, right? Or from you, what you say you know of the Bible, you're like, well, I just have my opinion. Well, no. Have you humbled yourself and asked the Father to revealeth his wisdom in his words? For truly it's timeless. And even if you don't read it, but you recognize that you are wrong, and ask, draw near to the Lord draws near and gives what? Peace, right? It brings peace because what else brings peace? No, just some bash meditation, easy music, listening to the wind, the waves. What? No, that's not peace. That's distraction. Binaural beats just put bash in your brain and train itself somehow. Bash, 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 bash. Right? All this bash. But somehow you worship it because you're like, well, I'm retraining my brain waves. Wow, man. I'm just creating new things. Wow. No, you're abusing life. Abusing life. So do we keep boasting and saying, yo, all these people were murdered, right, in the name of God and all this and bash, bash, bash. And you believe it, right? When it couldn't possibly be that, wow, relentless people have shapeshifted and in name only deceived people into believing they were what they were boasting and, and the the flag that they were flying somehow means that they're that. Wow. Or the relentless bash, the parent churches of today that are just deceiving you. Void, because I mean it's being used against you. Who knew? But Albert Pike knew all about it and all his buddies. Because truly they are the ones that are shapeshifting, right? Relentless method actors bashing you. All because they know that the word of God is timeless, so who knew it's there and it calleth. So do you answer? But no, you won't because you're just too distracted in hate and your own resentment and your own asking of why is life so bash hard? I just have to bash better myself with books like this of how to create a new earth. All while just bashing myself even more. What a shame. Return to the Father. Yes. Amen forever and ever.